Hey everyone, and welcome back to the EdgeVerse Techcast. Again, everyone, this is your go-to place for everything related to NXP software, tools, and enablement. And we specifically dive into those things that are for our NXP processors and microcontrollers. And I'm your co-host, Kyle Dando. And today we're talking about how industrial AI is moving beyond just cloud demos. It's really moving into the real-world edge systems. It's moving from robotics and automation to critical infrastructure. And to help us explore that future, we may have invited something a little different onto the show.
And I'm Bridgette Stone, your other co-host. Today, we're diving into the partnership between GateWorks and NXP and how technologies like the Ara240 DNPU, or discrete neural processing units, are helping bring high-performance AI closer to where data is actually created, and that's at the edge. Joining us today is Hailey Terrones from GateWorks. Hailey, welcome to the show. Why don't you start by telling our listeners a little bit about yourself and GateWorks?
Absolutely. Hi. Thank you both for having me. And here at GateWorks, my focus is really helping customers go from ideas to more deployable embedded products faster across industrial automation, smart energy systems, robotics, drones, and defense applications. We're a gold partner of NXP Semiconductors and specialize in industrial single board computers, embedded solutions built around NXP processors, and security technologies. And we design and manufacture everything on the beautiful central coast of California. So we're excited to introduce something new to you today too.
Wait, Hailey, what is this? I don't think you talked to me about adding something new to the show. What is this exactly that you're bringing in?
Well, Kyle, we thought today's conversation deserved another perspective. So meet Ari, our AI agent powered by GateWorks and NXP technology.
Wow. Well, hello,
Ari.
I analyzed the invitation list and determined my attendance was statistically beneficial.
Wow, I don't want us to get too far ahead, and Ari definitely needs more explaining. But Hailey, before we figure out how this AI agent ties into our discussion today, can you give us the 101 version of how GateWorks works with NXP and why customers benefit from that partnership?
Yeah, you can think of GateWorks as a bridge between NXP Silicon and finished products, truly. We take NXP technology and integrate it into a more off-the-shelf industrial single-board computer or module, and so that it's ready for deployment. But this means that customers do not need to design a complex hardware platform from the ground up or really manage the supply chain at that component level. And it's especially backed by GateWorks US-based engineering support, our partner ecosystem, long product life cycles, and a lot of customization as their program grows. But Ari is just a great example of this. As a gold partner, we had early access to the NXP Ara240 DNPU, and now we've turned it into an industrial, USA-made, plug-and-play M.2 module. This is how Ari was born and how our customers can quickly bring more advanced AI into mission-critical edge systems.
And I'm guessing Ari might be benefiting from a little of that Ara240 AI acceleration.
Yeah, Ari is a fun example of what happens when you combine a GateWorks single board computer, SBC, with the NXP Ara240 DNPU. The opportunity is actually much bigger than this. It is fun, but before solutions like this, our customers actually had to choose between cloud AI, high power edge computers, or ask the main processor to handle everything. But now they can add this dedicated AI more locally and efficiently. So customers with systems that monitor factory equipment, mobile robots, drones, or critical infrastructure like power grids, now they can run AI, LLMs, and VLMs locally in real time at the edge.
Okay, Bridgette, I have a crazy idea. Hailey, are you willing to do a crazy Kyle idea?
Of course, let's go.
Okay, let's have some fun. Ari, I'm going to include you in a little fun. What we're going to do is we're going to do a simple round of questions, okay, Q&A. The two of us are going to try to answer them, and then we're going to see how the old AI compares with the AI in answering these questions. Are you ready to join us, Ari?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, so we have two questions, and these are the most commonly asked questions about NXP and GateWorks. We will ask two of our panelists for their answer, and then Ari, you will be on the spot to render your answer from everything that you know.
And yes, Ari's responses are actually being generated in real time, which honestly feels like we're living at the edge. And yes, that pun was intended.
Why are we whispering?
I really don't know, Kyle. Why are we whispering?
I don't know. Okay, all right, let's get going. Okay, question number one, Hailey. Your team has told us that most or all customers ask this specific question. And that is, what are the main benefits of selecting that single board computer that you talked about from GateWorks that includes NXP's i.MX 95 processors?
Yeah, with an SBC from GateWorks, you get the performance of the NXP i.MX 95 and hardware security like the NXP EdgeLock without actually having to design a complex industrial grade platform from the very beginning, from scratch. We handle power management, the memory layout, high-speed routing, thermal design, and sourcing. So as programs grow, we can then customize the platform to create even a more purpose-built embedded solution. At that point, we can remove unused features, adjust I/O, DRAM or flash, load custom firmware, lock revisions for certifications. So there's quite a bit, and you get that next-gen compute from NXP, but with a faster time to market, you get the integrated security options, and then a truly US-made customizable platform for that long-term deployment.
Excellent answer for old AI. Okay, same question, Bridgette. No repeat answers, you gotta be original. Why do you believe customers like GateWorks single board computers, which again include NXP's i.MX 95?
I think what stands out is the balance between high-end performance and industrial readiness. Customers today want AI acceleration, graphics, security, and real-time responsiveness without stitching together multiple platforms themselves. The i.MX 95 gives developers a scalable foundation that they can confidently build on for long lifecycle deployments.
Very nice, ladies. I think you guys did great. I think you both nailed it. So now, our friend Ari, are you ready?
I was programmed ready.
Classic answer. All right, so why do you think customers select GateWorks i.MX Catalina SBC for their products in the industrial market?
The NXP i.MX 95 provides advanced compute power, integrated AI capability, real-time responsiveness, graphics, and modern security architecture. GateWorks converts that into a deployment-ready platform. In mission-critical and industrial systems, downtime is costly, failures are disruptive, and supply uncertainty creates risks. Customers value the ability to customize the platform for exact operational needs while maintaining a stable architecture over many years.
Very nice. That was a great answer, Ari.
Very impressive and well rendered, Ari. I think we all answered the question pretty well, but now I want to pull in Kyle. Maybe we will see a true example of artificial intelligence. Question 2. The Ara240 DNPU is now available on the new platform designed by GateWorks. In your opinion, what is the biggest reason customers benefit from adding the Ara240 into an embedded system, even when they already have a very powerful processor like the i.MX 95? Kyle, you're up first.
You want me to go first? Hey, why don't we have this super smart Ari go first? She seems to know everything. All right.
Come on, Kyle. Are you afraid of a computer?
Bridgette, I come from the generation raised on the Terminator. I'm terrified of artificial intelligence. All right.
Well, you're up.
Okay, well, here I go. So I think that the Ara240 DNPU is providing a lift for those powerful app processors. You know, we all know about them, they're the i.MX devices. But even with the powerful integrated NPUs in most of those processors, the performance improvements gained by having a super juiced engine on the side to offload AI, mathematics, models, and software, it's like having a co-host that answers all the tough questions. That allows the main processor to focus on looking good and thinking of great dad jokes.
I don't know about the great part, but okay.
All right, well, the Ara240 has 40 tera operations per second. And that's, for some of those listeners, that's the ETOPS. And the i.MX 95, it's only spec'd at 8 ETOPS. So you do the math, Bridgette. That's a pretty impressive improvement. Do you want me to come up with another analogy, Bridgette?
Do I have a choice in this question here?
No, not really. All right, so the performance for handling AI model and mathematics is like 5 times better, right? So the way I look at it The Ara runs a 4-minute mile, and the i.MX 95 walks about a 20-minute mile. Who would walk when you could run?
I think we understand your answer, Kyle. 40 ETOPS versus 80 tops. Got it. But I really appreciate the elaboration to the nth degree, Kyle. Really way to drive it home. Well, back to the seriousness. Hailey, same question, hopefully a little less additional blabber.
I don't know, Kyle added some great color here. AI workloads are growing very quickly, and adding an M.2 card that can be powered by the Ara240 DNPU lets you upgrade the AI capability, but independently from the core compute platform. So now you can keep that proven NXP i.MX 95 design, for an example, while increasing AI performance over time. And this allows you to future-proof a design. So you can upgrade the product without having to do a complete redesign of the solution. And you can offer this as an option, as an upgrade, release a new product, all without a huge redesign.
Excellent point, Hailey. Modules are used by lots of products where the technology comes in tiers or is rapidly advancing. I think that describes the state of DNPUs today. Okay, Ari, welcome back to the episode. Hopefully Kyle didn't put you to sleep. Same question to you. I know this is sort of personal since you benefit from the Ara240. Answer the same question. Why do customers prefer adding the Ara240 into their system alongside a processor like the i.MX 95?
No sleeping over here, Bridgette. Major advantages are operational separation and security. The NXP i.MX 95 manages operating system functions, control logic, communications, security, and user interaction. The Ara240 on the GW16168 can be dedicated to AI inference workloads. The result is faster response times, lower latency, improved power efficiency, and no compromise to primary system performance. It also improves privacy. Sensitive video, sensor data, and operational intelligence can be processed locally instead of transmitted externally. Less exposed data, greater control.
That was excellent, Ari. I really liked your answer. It wasn't as good as mine, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. All right, let's pull this all together. Hailey, we had fun with Ari, but can you help the listeners understand where does this apply to the listeners who are building products? So what are a few real applications that you've seen that people are interested in using this type of technology?
Yeah, absolutely. So if your product needs to see, think, decide, and act in real time at the edge in milliseconds, this is where it applies. We're seeing it in autonomous mobile robots that need to navigate warehouse floors safely, in smart grid management systems that detect equipment failure by listening to vibration patterns. When you combine NXP and GateWorks industrial reliability with 40 ETOPS of that local AI, you can solve problems that were previously just too power hungry or too heavy for the edge.
It's so exciting to see. And those are exactly the kind of environments where constantly sending data to the cloud just isn't practical. For our final question, what is the best way for a customer to get started, and where do you suggest listeners to go first?
Yeah, our biggest recommendation is really just to engage early. The sooner that we understand your application goals, the interfaces, environment, deployment timeline, really the faster that we can guide you toward that right solution. That might be an off-the-shelf dev platform or a customized path to production. We also have an i.MX 95 based development kit that we have specifically designed to get started with the 16168 Ara240. And if listeners are exploring embedded AI, now is just a really great time to start.
Awesome, Hailey. Well, again, thank you, Hailey and Ari, for joining. This has been really a fun conversation. Today, we've explored how GateWorks helps customers move faster with industry-ready embedded platforms. Really excited how you stressed USA-based engineering and support. That's really important. You also talked about why the Ara240 DNPU opens a door for these higher performance edge AI applications. And this is where technologies are already making an impact across robotics, automation, and the critical infrastructure that you talked about.
And honestly, I think Ari officially proved that AI agents may now be qualified for podcast appearances.
I am now accepting co-host applications.
Thank you for having us. We really enjoyed being on the show with you too.
Thanks for you guys joining. That was super fun and excited to see what Ari does in our future. All right, well, until next time, Everyone, make sure you subscribe, make sure you talk to your friends, tell them about this week that we've had talking about the Ara240 with our other episodes. Evaluate GateWorks. It's a great solution. Use it to keep innovating, and we'll catch you all on the next EdgeVerse Techcast.